A wonderful Sunday to you. November the 5th, 2023, the first Sunday in this Thanksgiving month. Our Thanksgiving thought comes from Psalm 30 today. Psalm 30, starting with verse 4, and I've paraphrased it like this: Give thanks to the Holy One who makes people holy. Okay? And then we jump down to verse 12, and it says, Give thanks to him forever. Now let me tell you a little bit about my paraphrase, because I've knocked down the words to cut it. If you look at an English version, just about all of them will say something like, sing praises to the Lord, Lord. Now, you know how to spell Lord, but it's all capital letters. So when you see that in English, you're coming to a translation of the Hebrew Yahweh. And so they're saying, sing praises to Yahweh, but they wouldn't say that, and they wouldn't write that. Right? And then it says, who is singing these praises? It's the godly ones, that a lot of times it'll say in English, or the faithful, or saints, or holy ones. It can have that idea. And then it moves to, all right, so give thanks to him when you even hear that name, even when you hear that name. And so I just paraphrased it and cut it down a little bit and says, give thanks to the Holy One who makes people holy. And that's kind of the gist of the psalm to me. It's a psalm of thanks for deliverance, but it's also it was used as a dedication to the temple. Now, we don't know which temple that was brought about, but it's a psalm about deliverance, so it's probably either after they came out of Babylonian captivity, or maybe even when Herod finally got together. Anyway, it's used as this, but the gist of the psalm is telling us, who is this Holy One? Well, it starts off with, save us. He's the one who saves us. He's the one who heals us. Right? And so we've been saved from death. We've been healed from not just our diseases, but from our plot in life. We've been brought back to wholeness, in a sense. And so then it says, okay, so give him thanks. Give this Holy One. What is this Holy One like? If it's a dedication to the temple, they're going to have a holy place, and then they're going to have the Holy of Holy Places, where the Ark of the Covenant, remember we talked about what that represented, the very presence of God. And so we've got this, who is this Holy One? He's one who saves, one who heals. And then it goes on to say, and you know what? He's not like us. It's completely different than us, because his anger doesn't last but just a moment. If he ever gets frustrated, if he ever gets upset, it's just boom, and it's gone. But his favor, his grace, his mercy lasts forever. It just goes on and on. This is completely different. And that's what the word holy means. Set apart. The different one. Yahweh. We try to, in English it's I am as I am, but the idea is, don't make me anything. You're going to have to learn who I am. I'm going to have to show you who I am. And don't try to put me into some kind of category. This is the way that it has to be. This is the way who it is. No, I'm the Holy One. And he is the one that has made his people holy. That's what the psalm goes on to say. It says, when we were very prosperous and powerful in a sense, we said to ourselves, peace, it's all good, everything's good. And then we realized, no, that doesn't last. It is actually the Holy One that brings us all of these through his gifting, through his grace. And so therefore, when you come and when they thought about, okay, why are we getting to build this temple again? It's because of his grace. It's not because of our power and glory, but when we were powerful, thought, well, nothing could ever happen to us. But it did. It did. And so there is this great sense of him going on forever. He is the one that turns our mourning into joy and celebration and dancing even. And so it's this Holy One is so different. Well, he's the set apart one. And then he sets apart people, right? And say, here, accept my gifts. Here, you're the ones. Take hold of this. Realize who I am. And so that's where it comes to the end and says, so praise him and give him thanks forever. Forever. Who is it that we give thanks to? Is it the Holy One? The one that is so different from us? The one that saves, the one that heals, the one that brings about our strength, and he is actually the one that gives us the security and safety, not the stuff of this world, the one that continually gives us favor, and upset, don't even notice it, because he is so gracious to us and so willing to give. He turns those terrible, terrible times into joy. So on this first Sunday in the month of Thanksgiving, may we come to this Holy One and give thanks. Till tomorrow, happy things.